In this screencast we will do some interactive scheduling settings and perform some scheduling steps. As for the other operations, make sure you have your schedule module loaded using the plugin manager. So there is a green check mark next to it. If not, select it and click on load. Then open your project. If you use the favorite projects, then it should be there. And in your project, go to design data blocks, and as you can see in our blocks design file, we have data organized as per bench. So every design file layer contains information for blocks for a particular bench. So as we are beginning to mine, we will start with the uppermost bench. So open this bench for write. Here we go. Now we can start scheduling. First of all, we will need to run schedule run to activate the MineStar database. Takes some time. The MineStar window appears and disappears, and now we are ready to go. So let's do some interactive setup. We go to schedule steps, we go to stepping forms, and we select current form. We already have some forms created. I would suggest to use the production form. So we click OK, and here we will need to check. So as far as we don't have any steps made before, we are starting from the step number 0. The date is exactly the date we have defined for our calendar as a starting date. For the block, we need to select the first block we are planning to start with. So to do that, we will go to system block icon on the icon bar, click on it, and then double click on any block, and it would say setting block to and block name. Click on the empty space to undo, and as the number of this block populates this field. Also, when we start mining, we would first remove the burden, which means that in the mode we will need to select the mdbird, which is the mode for removing burden. As you can see, we also have a mode for coal, but we can't do that yet because the burden is not removed, so we leave mdbird here. And once you select this, the field material is filled in by bvol, the burden volume, and the machine is filled in by mcbird, a machine which we are using to remove the burden by default. Also, analyzing the particular date and all the other parameters, the rate of the machine is calculated to be 3. We are removing everything from the block, so it means that we are removing 100% of what is inside of the block. You can also see that after we have selected the block, in the what is left in the block panel, we can see that there is we have some burden, but we don't have any coal in this block, and we don't have anything in production statistics because we haven't started mining yet. So after we check these settings, we can start extracting the blocks. We should do that in the natural way, in the same way as you naturally would mine these blocks, in the same order. So we can use the remove single. It asks us to select the block. So it's removed, and now we can proceed. I guess I'll go this way. There is a small block over here, so we zoom in and extract it, and we go backwards, and we start from this block, can start from here. So after every step you can see that the burden volume increases, means that the burden volume adds up from block to block. What you also can see that we don't have any call values. We have it 0 here, means there is no call on the bench, and also you can judge it by the color of the empty blocks. If they are empty, not colored, means that there is nothing left and the blocks are completely mined. So I'll finalize it till the very last block. Still no call here. I'll click on the empty space. That's basically it. We have extracted this bench. I haven't mentioned it, but before we can proceed with mining, we should have checked that the active bench is the same as the layer name in here. Otherwise, we will not be able to select any block from the graphics. Alright, so this is it about the interactive scheduling.